Thanks for checking out the videos regarding the English language, and today we're talking about nouns and verbs. At this point, verbs. So verbs are the action words. Words like give, transform, enhance. Some verbs one class of verbs is the to be verbs: is, am, are, A-R-E, was, were, W-E-R-E, and been. And some verbs mean about the same thing as the to be verbs. For instance, exist, become, appear, seem, remain. And all verbs can be either present or past tense or future tense, or we have the progressive tenses even, and I'll talk about that in the verbal show. And so we add ed or d to form the past tense of a verb, And then there are a lot of words that work with the action words. The helping verbs, auxiliary verbs such as do, does, did, can, could, may, might, would, shall, should, must. Words like that can be used with the verbs, of course, as helping words. And then you add an s or an es to a verb with a singular subject, like singular pronouns. He runs, she talks, it walks. So we add an s or es to a verb with a singular subject and singular pronouns. Verbs can convey action, and we have active voice and passive voice. And the to be verb is used with action words to form the passive. You can say, cars were parked in the parking lot. Okay, we can say that. Cars were parked in the parking lot. Cars are parked in the parking lot. We see that a car is parked in the parking lot. The state of being, more or less. He parked his car by the wall. I'm using prepositional phrases: by the wall. Voice. Just avoid passive voice. You can always work that to be verb out of there, and just like I did there with John parked his truck, rather than saying the truck was parked. When you revise your writing, try to get rid of the passive voice as much as possible, and stay in the active, where you avoid too much use of the to be verb: is, am, are, was, were, or been. And because it's a common thing, the passive voice just comes up so much, and you see it used by all writers and in journalistic style, but in papers for college or high school, the more you avoid that, the better. You'll have a higher grade. The teachers will probably mark points off if you use the passive voice too much. So remember that verbs are action words. They convey some kind of action. It can be the to be verbs: is, am, are, was, were, or been. The sensory words like hear, see, smell, taste. Those words, the words of existence: become, appear, remain, words like that. And we have the auxiliary and helping words. We have the tenses that we've talked about. And so, once again, nouns. Now, a general overview of nouns. Nouns are the name of a person, place, or thing. And we, in the English language, see the existence of proper nouns, like specific names of things, the name of a certain ship, or the name of a newspaper or magazine, or the kind of car. Should all be capitalized, really. The name of a city should be capitalized in writing. Person, place, or thing. A noun is the name of a person, place, or thing, and it is usually used as the subject of the sentence, the doer of the action. and nouns may be used as objects of the preposition in prepositional phrases, or objects of the verb, either what's considered the direct object and the indirect object. John gave Jill a ball. John is the subject, gave is the verb, Jill is the indirect object, ball is the direct object. Just like that, you know. She gave the ball to who? I gave the ball to who, or whatever I said. But, so, and a singular verb takes a singular subject. A plural verb requires a plural subject. So, if the subject ends in an S, then the verb does not have an S. If the subject does not end in S, then the verb does. And we have possessive nouns. If ownership is shown, in some languages it's just like of the possessive case. So in number, we've talked about number affects nouns. They can be singular or plural, of course. Some nouns are always considered singular, like news, though it ends in an S, mathematics, physics, ethics, measles, mumps, whereabouts. Those are always considered singular. You say measles is, whereabouts is. His whereabouts is not known. You don't say his whereabouts are. That would be wrong. And then some nouns that end in S are always considered plural, and it makes sense if you think about it, like scissors, trousers, riches, acoustics, athletics, tactics. And then nouns of number like measurement, quantity, mass, price, or time, like we would say 37 cents is not enough. Don't say 37 cents are. But, so I hope this helps you. That's my basic knowledge of nouns and verbs as far as I feel like it affects your writing and grades in college on papers that you're taking, that you're working on. And so I'm going to do other tutorials. Please check out my other tutorials on verbals and adjectives and adverbs. And I wish you luck on all of your papers. Rewriting is very important. Just do as much pre-writing as you can and get as much information going and together. Any ideas you think you might include, just have a notebook and start putting information together, and then you can always cut things out as you hone in on your ideas, and make sure that each idea is specifically supported, you know. And so it's good when you read to be able to analyze a passage and to determine which words are the nouns and which words are the verbs. And that's what's really going on there, is what's being affected and how is it being affected, what's going on. Like if you read technical reports or business reports, as long as you can tell what the nouns and verbs are, really you can follow what's going on. And you know, so make sure you're aware of the uses of those, the correct uses, and that will affect your writing in so many ways. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day.